Hi everybody! I know it's been a very long time since I put up a video. Wish I had an excuse, but I don't, I'm just lazy. But I did manage to go and see Maleficent last week, and I had some opinions on that. So Maleficent is basically a retelling of Sleeping Beauty from the point of view of the villain. I do like the direction Disney seems to be going lately, giving villains more sympathetic traits. The first half was basically the setup of Maleficent, her backstory and how she came to be the way that she's portrayed in the regular story of Sleeping Beauty. She lives in a magical land and she herself is a fairy. A young boy called Stefan enters her world and they basically form a friendship. That eventually leads to more than a friendship, and it's really boring. It is a bland backstory, but that's not what bothers me about it. It was very rushed, and it was all done in silhouettes. It's made clear they live in two separate worlds, so they don't often get to see each other, but we don't actually know how long they saw each other for, how long they spent apart, what they like about each other, what they don't like about each other. It's just, they had a romance, deal with it. Basically. Very early on in the film, there's this huge battle between men and the fairy folk because they don't get on. It seems like the rivalry between the two lands was just a way of imposing a conflict, but I think it would have been better if the conflict had been solely between Maleficent and Stefan, and maybe even if their falling out had caused the rift between the two lands. Speaking of the battle, it's very, very reminiscent of Two Towers. Distractingly similar. They had Ents, which you're just thinking the whole time that's Treebeard. Although they did have a really cool design on one of the trees that came to life, and it was like a massive evil snake, and it was really, really cool. I was worried because I thought they were playing their battle card too early. It kind of seemed like that was unnecessary, and it sort of became even more unnecessary later on because there is a climactic battle which is so much better. We've got to know Stefan a bit, we've got to know Maleficent a lot, so the battle between them really has weight and it's really, really intense. I think now's a good time to bring up the effects of the movie. It seems like the harder the effect, the better they pulled it off. There's a dragon in it towards the end, and it really seemed real. Like, it didn't even occur to me that that's CG. It was like, no, you're watching a motherfucking awesome dragon right now. But on the flip side, especially towards the end, whenever it was just a simple green screen, it was really obvious that it was a green screen. I don't know if they just put so much money into these more grandiose effects that they had to sort of cut back on the more simple effects. I really don't know. Or maybe it's just the screen I saw it on, I don't know. By the time it gets round to Maleficent crashing Aurora's christening, gift-giving ceremony thing, whatever it is, the way she holds herself, and I will play a clip of it here because I can't quite describe it, but it's just too evil.
I must say, I really felt quite distressed at not receiving an invitation.
You're not welcome here.
Oh dear.
There doesn't really seem to be any hurt there anymore. She's just kind of being a dick. That's not interesting to watch at that point because that's not what you want to see her do. He's ignored her for years. He's married another woman. He's had a baby with another woman. I just want to see her slam down some vengeance on that motherfucker. The second half, the story flows so much better. Because the fairies are so incapable at looking after Aurora, Maleficent is the one who has to secretly take care of Aurora. She finds a crow and turns him into a man, and his name is, I need to get this right, Diaval. I think that's how you say it, Diaval. Oh my god, I have the biggest crush on Diaval. He is so adorable and helpful and so loyal to Maleficent, and he's so cute, and he has an Irish accent, and oh and every time I think of him my voice goes like this. And also he turns into a really awesome dragon at the end. So like I say, Maleficent has to be the one to take care of Aurora secretly. Through doing this, she ends up really liking Aurora. In fact, loving her like a daughter. The way their relationship develops is the strength of the film, it really is. They have fun together, they have talks. Speaking of Aurora, man is she an upgrade from the animated version. You'll find out my thoughts on Aurora more in a different video, but let's just say I hate her. But in this film, she's actually alright. It's not that much of a change. She just has a personality now. She's so curious and she's just fascinated by everything about her, and she's clearly in love with the magical world. You'd think it would get annoying after a while that it's just a girl being amazed by the magic around her, but she actually interacts with it and has fun with it, and that's much more interesting to see. Stefan, because of his actions towards Maleficent, taking her wings, and at the christening seeing how much the betrayal has hurt her, he sort of goes slowly kind of mad. I did like the way they went down that road as opposed to just making him evil. It does verge on it from time to time, it's just he's doing things because he's bad. In his own mind, he is justifying it. It is just because of the trauma of his past and his own actions that have led him to destroy his own mental well-being. Prince Philip, who is the love interest in all the Sleeping Beauty stories, he is in it, but he isn't the true love's kiss that wakes her up, as they discover when he kisses her and she doesn't wake up. In the end, it turns out to be Maleficent. I don't have anything against this. I like Disney veering away from romantic relationships being the answer to everything, but at the same time, once Prince Philip wasn't going to provide the kiss that wakes her up, it was so obvious it was going to be Maleficent. Right, if it looks like the lighting has changed, it has. My battery keeps dying and the sun's going in and I need to get this done. It has one more thing to talk about. The 3D effects are quite obvious. In certain places it seems obvious that they're pandering to a 3D audience. I don't mean 3D audience as in the audience is 3D, I mean audience is going to see 3D, blah, 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 blah. I'm panicking now because I don't want the battery to die. And I think Christy's back, so she's going to interrupt. Oh no. The flying scene with Maleficent where she's flying through, that's quite obviously meant to look spectacular in 3D. I guess that could be for the story as well because she loses them later, so it can show how fast and powerful her wings are. There is this one Ent who, on at least 4 separate occasions I think, screams into the camera for a really, really long time, and it's so obviously meant to be for a 3D audience. It's a film that's worth going to see. If you're a Disney fan, definitely go and see it. It's a really good twist on the Sleeping Beauty story. Even though the backstory stuff is a bit weak, it's definitely made up for in the second half. Maleficent is a really good character. Aurora is a really good character. I've forgotten his name again. Diaval. I'd pay admission just to see him, to be honest. I'm gonna wrap it up now before my battery dies again with a hearty thumbs up. Go see it, and I will see you on the next video, whatever that may be. Bye bye.